beautiful people. Welcome into the Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 14, live review. The episode is titled Unmasking the Truth, and we do have James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. I don't know why I couldn't talk. It sounded like Baltimore. Watch Your Mouth Reviews. Watch Your Mouth Reviews on YouTube. He is here. Welcome in.
Hello, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We hope you enjoy yourselves, and we hope that, we make the Saturday life for y'all. We do this for y'all.
We do. I do normally cover the Housewives of Beverly Hills on Friday. I did attend a concert last night. I thought I would be able to get everything done, and I wasn't. So I am here today. But also be sure to check in the description. In addition to James's link, there are also other Black creators, as well as our joint channel, the Watch Your Best Friends channel, which I intend to do a live with James on that channel at some point this weekend.
Yes.
It's probably going to be weekends that we do things because he is back at work. But we both have weekends off. So
yes, we definitely will get together. We're going to give you guys show concepts, lives. We're definitely going to be committing to that channel. As he said, I got hit out of the blue with coming back to work. It was literally a Wednesday. That lady said, that lady said, bring your ass to work tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I said, well, wait a goddamn minute. I thought I would have till Monday. What?
It was out of nowhere.
It was out of nowhere. I was like, well, damn. I said,
and then they told him he got to be at work before the sun is up, too.
Before the sun come up, I said, wait a fucking minute.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right, so
let's pop into the chat. What's poppin', Shani? Thank you for being here. Shani said Bose is full of you know what. We gonna get to Bose. Oof. Bose was a lot this episode. Had to be at work at the crack of the ass crack. That's right. My husband has that schedule, and
That's not even my schedule. Let me be clear. That's not even my schedule. That lady was like, well, I thought I'd be nice and not put you back on your original schedule until Monday, but we don't want you to be short your paycheck. So that's why you got to come in at 6. That's and then the thing about it is, and then my line only has 3 people and there's supposed to be 7. I don't know what the fuck happened, but now I got to figure that shit out.
Welcome in, Q1. I appreciate you. She says, support the channel, thugs. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please do. Listen to the moderators. We hope that you do.
Yes. And please subscribe to Kiwan. We be frequenting her channel. She has a lot going on, you guys. We love her channel. She does all of the TV shows, scripted and unscripted. She does healing journeys. We be having great conversations, and on the occasion she'll ask me and Mrs. Best to join her on a live. It could be, on reality TV, or it could just be random, but we love her nonetheless, and please subscribe to her as well.
Yes, that's our little Nola friend. We just enjoy it. Kiwan, I do know that she's going to be covering Beauty in Black, I believe. Tyler Perry's. I'm going to try and collab with her on one of those episodes. I'm covering it also. I just have not put it out because I am scared. I have not done scripted reality reviews yet, y'all. I am scared. I am human. But I will get it out there. But yes, please subscribe to Kiwan. She'll also be joining us again in May to go over Love After Lockup. And she could connect me with all sorts of fun content creators. So definitely tap in. Not just because you're big and black don't mean you always right.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
I wanted to call Bose Big Black because of Shani. Oh, Lord. R.I.P. to that man, by the way. But let's get into the episode. The episode starts with the ladies on the way to go shopping. And in the car, everybody's complaining about Amanda. I want to sing the Nickelodeon Amanda show because
I'm trying to tell you.
It is literally the Amanda show. I may have shown my age. Yes, I'm a millennial. But why is it that when Amanda's not around, they're talking about her? And not like in a good way or as if like, now she was doing stuff like showing up late like Dorit, making obnoxious comments, taking over dinners, just not being aware of her surroundings. I would understand the bringing her up. But they're bringing up Amanda when she's just been sitting through a dinner party, which we know the show made her do production. Like, she hasn't really done nothing to them. And they piling. And I can't understand it. But Sutton says that even though she's a roommate with Amanda, she feels like she's unable to get to know Amanda and makes some comments about her being on her laptop and using her pillow that Sutton was not using to sat her laptop on. If you didn't like it, confront her about it. Because isn't the argument that all of these ladies have with Amanda is that she's going and saying what bothers her to Kyle or other people after the fact?
Yep.
Right? Instead of saying it to their face. So now Sutton's doing the exact same thing. If you don't want, like, if you don't like something, tell the person. If I don't like something James does, I will tell him. If he doesn't like something I will do, he will tell me. Because it doesn't have to be a fucking argument or the end of the world. Now it's in my thought and I know you don't like it. I won't do it again. It should really be that simple.
It should be. But then we also have to ask, what exactly is Amanda doing as well? Like, what exactly are we not seeing, obviously, behind the camera? Because on the camera, she has not done anything. If y'all just don't like her and don't understand her, that's one thing, and fine. But that doesn't mean you hold a grudge with her. That means you try to get to know her into a way where you could understand her. Because for me, I don't see the issue with her. I don't. The only issue that I'm seeing is that she's with a bunch of old ass women that don't understand her and don't want to understand her, and that she should probably be in a friend group of her own age. True. That's what I'm seeing so far.
That's the truth. That is the truth. I feel like age is definitely a big part of it, which is crazy.
It is, and it shouldn't be.
Of millennials, don't, no shade to like Gen X and baby boomers, but this is why a lot of millennials have the attitude in younger generations that they do towards them sometimes, because we get treated a certain way for no reason or with less respect, which I feel like they're doing to Amanda solely because of age. But then them older people don't want to acknowledge y'all the reason the gas high, wars happened, elected the wrong people, had us eating the wrong food, all this other stuff. But when it comes to younger generations, every generation is responsible for messing something up, but they're definitely showing the struggle sometimes with generations intermingling in this group.
Yes.
Shanny calling them big black. I cannot. I'm going to forever call Bose big black now. These broads would not have a show this season without Amanda. She in everybody's mouth, even the friends of. There's an article that is coming out because the production company, Evolution Media, basically the company is affiliated with the Housewives of Beverly Hills and pretty much all the West Coast shows. People are starting to blame them. I believe we saw that in our group chat this morning, James.
Yes.
Somewhere. But I think it's a combination of having bad cast members allowing dynamics like this, and then production is who edits and gives us the content we have. So they're responsible as well, but they definitely would not have a show without Amanda. And the problem is Amanda's providing drama, but Amanda is also not really well liked. It's just people are siding with her because no one wants a pile-on or to see someone get bullied. But she's not that well liked. And if these ladies didn't bully her, then we could have, they could have gotten the results that they wanted, but they're not patient at all.
And to add to that, because I agree with you, I think that production is editing in a way that it's not making Amanda in favor at all. And they're making the issues trivial, and then making it seems like she's hiding something, which to me, even aside from the cult and aside from her finances, I really feel like that's very minuscule and small, and we're magnifying and trying to make it bigger than what it is. Because at the end of the day, what's the difference between her and a gold digger then? Erica.
I'm going to come back to Bose. Erica at the end of the episode, and Bose, because especially Bose, because if Bose is coming this hard for Amanda because she did her research, why didn't you come hard for Erica, who actually is in scandal, actually has harmed people?
Yes.
But we'll come back to that. Bose did lead the charge. I agree with that. Oh, snap. Did you see Carlos King did the interview with Amanda? I did see, and I'm glad he did it. Because this actually may make people look at her differently. And like, if me and Mrs. Best were kind of eye to eye, we're not seeing what everybody else is seeing. It's questionable. The Black community as a whole is going to give Amanda a little bit more grace. And I think that we saw things that were expressed in the interview that other people did not see, because we probably can relate just based on being the minority generally and understanding what it feels like. But I also don't feel like the Carlos King interview was like It's not something I would fully go over, like how you did the reaction video to like the
Oh no,
EJ.
that's not like a no. That
No,
needed to
but
be
I was
discussed. Yeah.
happy that Amanda did it. She's pretty much just unapologetically herself, and either people take it or leave it. But I feel like we'll get more from the reunion. Bose is always on the line talking about Amanda. While her best friend ain't paid her mortgage, Bose lend Dorit $96,000 so she could pay off this company before they come get that house and them kids, and you don't have no ally on the show. Because the moment Dorit is gone, what people don't realize that I'm starting to realize, the moment Dorit and Bose don't have each other on the show, I don't think either of them will last. They aligned a little bit too much. She said what pisses them off even more is she's not hooting and hollering. And then she calls them out about it, which they hate. But while they were out, somebody made a mean joke about Amanda, saying that she's kind of like something they saw. They were looking at like Napoleons and all these like past like arts shit I don't care about. But they're looking at it and they looked at one in a mask and they were like, oh, it's Amanda making a joke like she's fake. The camera caught it. We heard it. Kyle heard it. Natalie heard it. And they laughed. And that's just like extremely like mean girl behavior. And not, these are all 40-plus-year-old women. They were behaving like the age of Lindsay Lohan and them girls and Mean Girls. Like, which made no sense. And Amanda didn't call it out because sometimes if you hear people talking about you, some people are like, yeah, I'm going to call this out because F y'all, I heard that. And then other times it's like, why call it out? Because if she calls it out, they're just going to try and gaslight her and to make it seem like it wasn't what it was, which is what they did. They gaslit her and they're still trying to gaslit people online. And I am going to discuss Bose's apology at the end of this live because more gaslighting, but they basically called Amanda the Pinocchio of the group in the photo. And I was like, this is just mean. It's mean. It wasn't like the meanest thing, but it was unnecessary and didn't make sense. How do you expect someone to open up and be comfortable and to give you what you're asking of them if when they're interacting with you, even when she's quiet and behaving and not talking, y'all are still making fun of her and putting her in a space that where she don't feel safe? Like it's crazy, but at least she does better than Tambra from Bell Collective. Because my God, at least Amanda don't run from it. But the ladies end up separating to go shopping. I know y'all love the Beverly Hills women shopping. I don't care anymore. I don't care to see people shop on television. It's not exciting, especially when we've watched people like Dorit shop on television for year after year just to find out now that she went broke that she wasn't really shopping and ain't got nothing to show. But they go shopping. Amanda talks to Kyle and Natalie while they went to shop because Sutton, Jennifer, Tilly, and some other people went to Balenciaga. What is it? Dolce and Gabbana. Some people went to Bottega. Like everybody went different places. And they discussed the joke. Amanda brings it up. And Natalie was like, oh, yeah, I heard her say that, but they were just joking. Amanda did not coax Natalie to say it. She did not ask it. As soon as she brought it up, she was like, yes, I did hear it. And Kyle confirmed as well. And I don't know. I just kind of felt like the chick who was there, Natalie, who is this bitch and why is she here? Like maybe Mrs. Best missed something. She wasn't so important to me, so I didn't commit her to memory. But I don't like people who move like Natalie. I don't. I really don't. I appreciated Kyle for saying, yeah, this is wrong, even though we know Kyle has the motive of wanting to stir up more drama, but at least Kyle is saying something. But I was looking at Natalie like, why are you here? Right. How did you get here? What was your flight number? May I see your itinerary? I don't know you, ho. Deborah Cox, how did you get here? I don't understand it. But I do remember she came in from the Hamptons. I know she's connected through Rachel Zoe, but I'm wondering how she got so connected that she's allowed to have an opinion and is being filmed like she's a friend of.
She was at Erica's birthday party too, because she was the one that was talking about the masseuse with the happy ending.
No, we know where she was, but I'm asking, how is she so relevant that she's getting like friend of? Like it seems like she just out of nowhere is on the show more frequently than she was in the beginning. And I don't like her. I don't care for her. We don't know her background. Jennifer Tilly's a friend of. We understand her background and where her money came from. Kathy Hilton, friend of. We understand her background, money, where it came from. Even Faye Resnick, who we don't like, we understood her background and what she was relevant for. And then there's Natalie. The bitch is just here. She's just here. I I can't stand her. I can't stand her. But she's close with Rachel Zoe. And I feel like they're letting her get by with it because of that. But as quiet as it's kept, y'all, Rachel Zoe gives nothing. She's not interesting. It's not fun. I don't understand anybody being iconic. Hi, JB. Y'all subscribe to JB as well. That's what all of these women are. Hello, DM Rocks as well. Thank you for being here. He said, hey, I'm glad Kyle called out that rando Natalie. Right. You just a random hoe. Be quiet.
And then I'm questioning her friendship with Rachel Zoe too, because they weren't nowhere near each other this entire trip. So I'm kind of questioning that. Now that you said she was, because I remembered that, but I'm like, but I don't see her with Rachel. Like, when has she ever been? The only time we saw her with Rachel was when they were going to the airport and they were going there. That's the only time I saw her. But she
down while we were
because I had to think about that for a minute because I was like, wait, I don't remember her even being with Rachel. That's
why we're calling her a rando, because it's like you got a lot to say, but then I'm also like Jocelyn Hernandez. Why is you here? I don't like her. I haven't bonded with her in any way through the television. I don't see the purpose of her. Q1 said they thought they were going to pile on to Garcelle this season. That's a good point. I think they thought they would pile on to Garcelle. I think they thought all of this would go away and maybe Garcelle would come back on the show. But Garcelle said, fuck you, fuck your couch, fuck your house, fuck your card, fuck your man, fuck your shoes, fuck your job. And she did it quietly and walked away. I think they were betting on that, or at least talking about it. Or I think they were hoping Garcelle would be messy like them on social media, but she hasn't. And so now they got to attack this poor new girl, Amanda. They got to do what they got to do. Shani says, Bo says she got big money, but I didn't see her walk out of there with no Dolce and Gabbana bag. It's the shade. I appreciate the shade, but then the people who have big money are the ones who will swipe their cards less when you're out shopping. That's how they keep it.
Or they'll just put it on Mauricio's credit card, right, Kyle?
Yep.
I ain't letting that go. And me and
Mr. Best separate, and we've already been together 20 years. If we separate and we've been together this long and we not divorced and we don't know if we want to divorce but figuring it out, yep, I'm gonna use his too. Okay, my husband. When Mauricio ain't got none of them young tenderonis and he's in LA and Morgan's out singing country music, they coming together and he's clapping cheeks, as they would say. I feel like they still deal with each other from time to time. I feel like they might stay in this space permanently. I don't know why, but
that would be crazy. Like, that would be so stupid. Just get that together. Like, y'all obviously still love each other, so just get that together.
I feel like they both want their freedom. I feel like sometimes Kyle likes carpet and wants to facilitate munching on it, and I feel like Mauricio has always been a hoe, and now he's able to still be a hoe, and they can still have their kids and all of that. But what can we do? DM Rock says Natalie has a cast photo too. They did a terrible job introducing her, and we don't want her back.
Yes, like we didn't. Y'all can keep her because it's like, okay, she has a cast photo, but we didn't get no introduction. JB says who she's connected to in the industry, but I don't even know who the fuck that is. So, like, why the hell?
They did connect that. She did explain that at the beginning. I do remember that, but that was as much as the introduction as she got. But yeah, maybe the clear people are bigger fans of the show and looking more into the cast photos, because I ain't seen not a picture of Natalie.
I ain't seen no picture. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she's married to. The creator of American Idol, there's 3 names listed there, so I don't know which one of the 3 she would be connected to.
That's
so yeah,
but
like
so. I don't give a fuck if he's connected to American Idol. That shouldn't have been. But
should have been ended a long time ago.
I didn't watch American Idol. The last time I watched Idol was that season. I think it was Jordan Sparks and that.
Yeah, that was the last season.
Gray hair.
Yeah.
Taylor or something. The guy with gray hair who swore he wasn't past 30, but looked like a 47-year-old.
Yeah, that was the last season I watched. It was Jordan Sparks. Yeah.
I didn't watch after that. Shani said Rachel gives caftans 500 feet pearls, $30,000 bracelets around the wrist. I swear it's the same caftan by different designers. She is the worst on this show. I am fucking bored by Rachel Zoe, and I loved the Rachel Zoe project. Rachel Zoe to me is only interesting and shines when she is showing her love of fashion and in her realm. Without that, she's not fucking interesting at all. At all. And she does look nice, but I agree with Shani. It's like, girl, you're a fashion icon. Can you put on something other than a damn caftan? I'm so tired of these caftans and the stiff ass middle part that she has. Like, I'm over it. I think Dorito mad that Kyle can still use Mo's credit card and it not be a problem, but PK ain't giving her shit. That's what she's gonna say because her house is currently about to hit foreclosure. She owes $100K in mortgage, allegedly. And she's mad because she's like, well, PK moved out and now he's not paying bills. That's how divorce and breakups work, Dorit. Just because you have kids with the man does not mean he will continue paying your electric, your cable, your water, and your mortgage if he is not living there. But he'll pay your child support and he'll take care of his kids and he has a space for them to be. But Dorito's going to be probably still trying to make fetch happen because that's what Dorit does. Sometimes Kyle fell like a nut, sometimes she don't. True. Simon Fuller is the main guy. That is true. That is the main guy of American Idol.
I didn't even know who that was. Let me see.
Really?
Mm-mm.
That's like a no. They announced that when American Idol, again, I'm showing my age. I remember when it was a new show and Ryan Seacrest and the other guy was coming on and Clive Davis was helping to promote it. And I do remember.
I remember that, but I don't remember
explaining that. Let me see. She still uses his last name. I saw her cast photo and was curious.
She's still married to him.
Wait, probably.
She's still married to him. She ain't divorced him yet. They may be going through a divorce, but they're still technically married.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Why is everything vintage? There's nothing pretty looking that is of today's age of fashion. There's nice stuff. I feel like Rachel's just into vintage. But there's nice fashion. I can imagine if you can afford to wear whatever you wear, that you would have to go backwards to vintage here and there, probably bored. Because everything today, no shade, look the same. And let's not forget, got Halloween money from way back in. She probably still got a little house on the prairie money. Yeah, Kyle is good with or without Mauricio, but she gonna use that card. Yeah. I forgot about Simon. I haven't watched the show in so long.
Thank you. Because I didn't remember him either. Like, I didn't remember him at all. That's why I was like, wait, who?
Yeah. Yeah, unless I feel like back in the day they used to show like the creators of show more, like to remind us who they are. Whereas today, that shit's just happy to be on TV still. Let me see, where were we? Oh Lord, this episode was all over the place. Rachel and Bo's talk. Or not Rachel and Bo's. Rachel and Doris talk. Apparently Rachel feels like Sutton is jealous of her friendship with Dorit. Huh?
Where the fuck did that even come from?
It was so random, and she was trying to explain it, and her and Doris were just trying to make fetch happen again because Dorit, Kyle, and Rachel went off on a trip together. Yes, I've seen Rachel support Dorit because they're both bitter and going through divorces that they both contributed to causing, but won't admit. I just didn't care for the statement. Listen, I don't like Sutton. I get it, but I don't feel like Sutton is jealous of anyone's friendship with Dorit.
Now, if this were Kyle, that would be a different story.
Yeah, but I genuinely cannot say that Sutton would be jealous of Dorit having a friendship with Rachel. I don't even think Sutton is jealous of Rachel having a friendship with anybody because she got more money than her. I just don't think that she works in that way. But it was fun to see like the delusion and the way that these two talk. Rachel says that Sutton has a problem digging into other people's past. I said, but wasn't you and Dorit doing that with Amanda? I'm so confused, Rachel. Y'all did that with Amanda, but you have a problem when Sutton does it? I don't get it. And, Dorit says she feels like Sutton is always jealous of friendships. And she says that Sutton will sabotage the friendships that other people have with Kyle so that Sutton can be closer to Kyle. Not everybody thinks like you, Doris, but you just told us how you think and your thought process, because that was a stretch. Now, I don't
Very
like
much
Sutton,
so.
and I do agree that Sutton was like up Kyle's ass
Yep.
and very jealous of anybody that got close with Kyle. She started to act away towards Garcelle when Garcelle and Kyle got cool.
Yep.
So I do think that Sutton can feel that way with Kyle. However, when it comes to Dorit, the lady could not stand you and threatened you with her wallet. I think she's good. I think this is definitely just a stretch. How do you feel do you feel like this is a stretch?
This is beyond a stretch because that didn't make any fucking sense. Like, why? Like, we're trying to figure out jealousy versus never having it to begin with. Like, it's a big stretch. And I just feel like y'all have nothing else to talk about. So y'all just gonna bring this up. And I don't think Sutton Googled anything. It was actually Kathy who said it, if y'all remember correctly. And Dorit did say she Googled.
Either way, it's a big old contradiction of bullshit. Both of these women need to be accountable and stop trying to use other people for your storyline and show us what the fuck's going on with your divorce for real. Because I'm starting to think that Rachel, you trying to paint your ex to be out terrible, but you was cheating on him. So now I'm starting to think, is that why he was not happy? And is that why he cheated back on you? So I think Rachel's a liar and hiding stuff about her marriage and uses her kids as a shield and to get out of stuff. And Dorit does the same thing. My kids don't know about my divorce. It's in the press, even though they go to school and play with tablets and have access to the internet and watch TV. And our parents live separately. Like, these ladies are both just so full of it. Shani said Rachel talk about she's sustaining life with a full kaftan on. Letter. I don't think Sutton likes Dorito enough to be jealous. She doesn't. She can't stand Dorit. Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. She never had a friendship to begin with.
No one on this cast likes or respects Dorit. And that is why Dorit is throwing a fit and going off constantly. And that's why her only ally is Bose and Rachel. And her only ally in Rachel is because they're both going through a divorce. If she wasn't going through that divorce, Rachel wouldn't go near no broke bitch like Dorit. That's the truth. She wouldn't. Real money don't want to deal with somebody perpetrating. That's a thing in California too.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a thing in California, from the top of the state to the tip to the end of the state. We don't like perpetrating, and it's such a big problem here in California. It's such a big problem at any income level, and Dorit is a classic example of it. She knows she needs to be living in Sherman Oaks with the cast of The Valley, but she won't go there.
No, she need to go to Northridge. She don't need to be at no damn, because she can't afford Sherman Oaks. Northridge up in the valley. You even go to Porter Ranch and, try to act like you got something. But yeah.
Yeah, she needs to just head to the valley. She said, but Dorito, you're not even trying to make friends with Amanda, so how is she trying to sabotage anything? That's another really good
That's a great point. That's a great point. Yes.
Because if you're not trying to be friends with Amanda, then how is this sabotage? It is not sabotage. Now, if you're talking about it as it relates to Rachel and Sutton have also barely kind of interacted. They've just kind of been there.
Yeah.
Sutton seems to be quieter this season and up Kyle's ass. I think she's just happy to have Kyle. I really do. It sounds messed up, but hey, what can we do? Kathy said deep dive. She says she would do a deep dive if anyone asks about her or if she did not like them. People need to deep dive Kathy and her mama and that fucked up family, but if that happens, she'll leave the show, and I would love to see that. Dorit was on Watch What Happens Live, and she said she would make up with Erica over Kyle. Okay. I'm like, Dorit, I don't care. Like, no one cares. I'm like, why are we watching Watch What Happens Live when Doris is on there anyway? We know we're not going to get nothing truthful. Doris is so upset at Kyle because she thought attaching to Kyle for all those years would make her relevant on the show, and it just has not. Like, we're just never going to see it for you, Dorit. With or without Kyle, she's just not likable. I think that's what it is with Doris. It's just how she moves. She's one of those people in life who's
because to be real, her and Kyle are the same person. Same person.
Yeah, it's just one is smart and good with money and knows how to pay a bill. The other is not.
No, the other one gives her husband enough rope to hang his own self. Like she gives him enough, to be in the media kissing on other ladies and shit because she know.
We leave it at one of them drove her husband to drink. The other's husband drove her into sobriety and into the arms of women. But they are similar. They are
Very much so. Very much so.
For being separate. The Fox Force 5 has officially done cracked and on the ground, especially next week with Erica going off on Dorito. Erica has never liked Dorit.
She never liked her. Yeah.
Erica has always commented on Dorit being rude. She has never said good things in her confessionals. I believe Dorit has cried about this at reunions in the past. Like nobody.
Right. They just got cool probably the season before Garcelle came. They just got cool. And then it was kind of like, and then what made it even better for them is because Garcelle and Erica stopped getting along, so she needed her as an ally. That's all that was. Dorit was just collateral damage. Like, I mean, not collateral damage, but like kind of an ally.
The Fox Force 5 was never strong, though. They were strong because Bravo messed up and allowed them to have too much power and run off who's interesting in the show. But I used to say this years ago when that Fox Force 5 was going. I said, let them go strong. Because if you let them burn strong and get rid of everybody else, then they'll have to do like Survivor and start turning on each other. And that's what we're seeing now. And they can't come back from it. And Dorit, nobody cares how Kyle did you when you've done worse. Like, I'm still not forgiving Dorit and will never like her because prior to Bose, her only black friends were the help. And I think that says a lot about who she is because now the bitch can't afford the help. So are you still friends with those women? I ain't forgot. Bose, you don't even try to get to know Amanda. You don't talk to her. You keep talking at her. Bose is a bully.
Yeah.
Bose is a bully.
And a hater.
Nobody with sense in the black community really respect Bose. Let's just call a spade a spade. She make up with Erica because Erica just as broke as her. That's the truth. That's the truth. Ay. But Lord, Rachel, and Doris also talk a little bit about Kyle. And I'm going to come back to the car thing, but Rachel and Doris talk about Kyle. Doris tried and failed, in my opinion, in the scene at throwing shade towards Kyle, trying to say that Kyle contradicts herself with her concern for how much Dorit shops. And I'm just going to say this and then we'll move on from this scene. It's not a contradiction. Kyle can afford her shopping habits. I shop a lot too. James may shop a lot as well. What if I make $25,000 a year and James makes $125,000 a year? One of us can afford the shopping habit. The other one cannot. It's like you got to go back to word problems, like you're in elementary school with Dorit.
You do.
Kyle is not contradicting herself. She got Mo's credit card, her credit card, some other credit cards, her bank account, cash, and unlike you, bitch, she got a real ID and a passport.
I'm just saying, like, that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard about life. Because, like I said, if she ain't got her own money, she got her husband's money. And obviously, he didn't call her to say, why you spending $3,000 on my credit card? The fuck you doing?
He just said, oh. Got his own place. And we ain't seen not a lick of anything about Kyle's finances being off.
Right.
If you're jealous of your friends, they were never your friends. If I get in an argument right now with James and then suddenly say that he contradicts himself because he has an apartment and I feel like he can't afford his apartment, like, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's not a contradiction. Dorit is mad that she cannot afford her life. She is the definition of misery loves company, and I want her to stop coming at people just because of her misery.
Exactly, because you can't come on this show and perpetrate anymore because your credit card can get declined on national TV like it did. So, yeah, we're not finna sit up here and go through these rigmaroles with you, Dorit. Just say you're mad because her husband still loves her and cares about her and still wants to see her win. Your husband is just trying to make the peace and just get the fuck away.
Because the only way to have peace with Dorit, from what we've seen with PK, LVP, with Kyle, with Sutton, with Eileen, with Erica, like with every person that she's pissed off on the show, the only way to have peace with Dorit is to not acknowledge her. Shut her up.
Exactly. Yep.
That's it. But after everybody goes shopping, they get in the car together, and Amanda brings up her issue, and Bose talks about she's not going to play the game of deflection with Amanda, and then deflect it when Amanda confronted her about the comments she made joking. I didn't make those comments. Why is she saying this? So Bose hears about these comments and then decides the best way to address someone feeling targeted and bullied is to go onto Chat GPT and search the person. And then announce on camera that Amanda is viewed, because Chat GPT said Amanda Francis is viewed as being controversial, off-putting, and manipulative. I'm just like, does it really say that? Should I go to, I pay for ChatGPT. I should head over to ChatGPT and see if it really says that, because I don't understand, even if it does say that, I don't understand why they would feel the need to repeat that. Again, this lady has done nothing to them. So because you heard that Amanda has a problem with you guys making fun of her, your solution to that is to Google her and come for her brand and her entire reputation as a person. I mean, is that what we're doing? And then, Bose, you try to do this. Oh, she's deflecting. This is why they say never trust nobody in business, and that business is gritty, because Bose is proving it. Because why? Just why? Why is that your solution? Why are you trying to make it seem like someone else is deflecting when you're deflecting? And then Bose want to come out with this fake ass apology, but in real time, bitch, you knew what you were doing while you were doing it, because you're not a person that just speaks and does. You think before you react or speak. So please don't make it seem like you do anything other. But how do you feel about Bo's response in the car hearing about Amanda's little issue with her?
I just feel like, to me, one, it shouldn't have happened to begin with. That shouldn't even have been said to begin with. But the fact of the matter is that you're trying so hard to make this lady look like something that she may be, but you're putting too much energy and too much imp on it, when we can really be looking at you that way as well. But see, the problem is Amanda doesn't have allies like you. So we can't push that narrative further from the point of view of her, because she doesn't have allies. Anytime she gets close with somebody, they question it and fall into the other side. That's what they do on this show. That's what they did with Garcelle. When Garcelle was talking about them whole rumors about, how she didn't believe Dorit's burglary, everybody was questioning it. But the moment that Dorit got mad, it was getting her at the reunion, everybody fell in line with Dorit. And Bose was the main one piping up saying, what you said has ramifications, and, it has very harmful, consequences. So I would be careful if I were you. And it was like, what? That's my opinion. So to me, whatever Bose get from Amanda, I don't care what it is, as long as she don't say the N-word. Amanda, don't do that.
Yeah.
As long as she don't say, I don't care what Amanda gives Bose at this point. She could tell Bose to kiss her white ass, and I'm gonna look at Bose and say, go do it. Because at the end of the day, I don't care anymore, because that lady did nothing to this woman.
Let's see. Shani said Kyle can afford her shopping. Kyle's husband can afford her shopping. Dorito, can you say the same about either? Dorito can't even afford a bag of Doritos as much as she owe on her mortgage. Okay. So, she can't. She better figure it out. Kyle can swipe her card and not have to worry about calling the bank for a fraud alert, no matter what country she's in. You know what? We have watched Housewives across several franchises for almost 20 years now, and Dorit is one of the few, and I mean very few, less than a handful, whose card done did that to them overseas. One of very few. And the difference that makes Dorit different from everybody else, and her being one of those few who's had card issues, because we've seen Housewives cards decline and issues like that, but they were open about their financial struggles, such as Kenya Moore, such as she's not a Housewives, but Martha on Ladies of London. Like, we've seen people come on TV and be honest about their financial struggles, and if a card declines, then we giggle about it and move on. Why? Because they're honest about their financial struggles. The only difference in Dorit's situation is she tries to make it seem like she still got it, when I probably have a higher bank balance than she do right now, as quiet as it's kept. But I'll digress. I'm responsible. Oh, what is StreamYard doing? Erica's smart enough to not swipe her card nowhere. She not trying to get played on national television, Shandy. I have noticed that Erica ain't swiped shit in a minute because people gonna be like victims. They want their money. I know the victims is watching this show with binoculars, waiting to see Erica swipe a card so that they can go petition for the court to have an emergency hearing. And Evolution Media, they waiting on Erica know not to do it.
Yeah, they wait for this show to, because they try to get that court date. They waiting on this show to end so they can see what she doing.
They said she bought, and they love to put the price tags on what they buy. And that's
Yep.
for Erica, they got to do that now because the moment Erica buys something over $2,000, somebody saying that was my settlement for the month. Tom is in jail, but she's still hold on, bitch, call the court. That's what they looking for. Bose was on some real bullshit when she did that in the car. Her and Erica, they both brought that shit up. They messy.
And I didn't like how they got mad at Sutton, because Sutton was like, yeah, I don't think we should do this. Like, I don't think we should. They're like, oh, Sutton, are you for real? It was Erica. I said, Erica?
Sutton is dumb. That's why we don't like Sutton. The only reason these ladies mess with you is because you conformed and gave them what they wanted, which was for you to split with Garcelle, not be a friend of Garcelle, and do what they want. You did it with Garcelle, and so now the only way Sutton will be accepted is if she gives them what they want, because she set herself up to do that. Now, obviously, she has an opinion that is different from theirs, but when Garcelle was here, she expressed it. Now she's suddenly mute.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't respect Sutton for that, but yeah. They weren't even overseas. They were in upstate New York, the Hamptons. Yeah, I know.
She said, what's that called?
Robin Dingbat Dixon. Damn. Robin be catching strays. I don't even know why regular Robin is being considered to come back on TV, because the strays that she catch are strays you just never recover from. Just stay under the ground. Okay. They were in the Hamptons and she had to do a fraud alert on her card. Girl, please. Y'all ain't let go of that fraud alert. I'm hollering at that. I heard the reunion was tense and also heard the only one who hung out with Amanda after was Kyle. Well, yeah, she's living in her old house. That's how she's connected. And I think that Kyle bringing friends on the show is not going to have the same effect as it did in the past, because Kyle is not respected as much in the group as she used to be. She's an OG, yes, but she doesn't have that OG respect or treatment. Kind of like, I'll compare it, I guess, to Karen Huger, even though I don't think she deserves the treatment, but Kyle don't get that no more at all. Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised. And, people don't have to hang out to film a TV show together. If Amanda didn't hang out with these ladies at all after the reunion, she has set herself up for a storyline for next season.
Yep.
Now, the other ladies cannot say that individually. They just can't. But because Bravo knows we don't want another pile-on, and this cast is really bad. They have a bad habit of falling into piling on to each other in ways that are not good. So I think Amanda will be back, but I don't think, I feel like they're going to get rid of somebody. I don't know why, but I've been feeling that. Hi, Andre Shannon. Amanda, keep your dictionary words. Manifest. Amanda could get a lot further in her arguments too. Like, I get it. I'm training in mental health and counseling as well. And they do train us to think before we react, utilize critical thinking on a level that's deeper from any other profession and from the regular public. Yes. But they also train us very well on separating that from our regular day-to-day life. I do still feel like Amanda uses big words and her career path and degree path as a shield and a way to make others feel like they can't approach or compete with her intellectually, which is not okay. I still feel that way about her, but I don't like the pylon, if that makes sense.
I'm about to say, I don't like it either, because it makes you think that you're better. But at the same time, this is the forum. We got chief executive over there for Netflix, Pepsi, and everything else. So no, this is the forum for it. I feel like with some of them, fine, I totally get it. But no, we got the elitists in this group, so I want her to use those big words and say exactly what she means with her chest. I used to think that before, but then when I really think about some of the career paths some of these women have had, oh no, she can use them. That's fine.
I have a different perspective. I work in the field, so I'm looking at it from the American Counselor Association's Code of Ethics, and I can't help but to do that. And so when I'm looking at her as a professional, I'm like, baby, yes, you can use big words and groups of intellect, but we ain't had no therapist on the cast prior. And she keeps reminding us of it and then trying to use that as a way to explain herself. When therapist or not, I feel like Amanda would respond the way that she's responded to the ladies, even if she wasn't a counselor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but she just has to figure it out. Andre also said this is what Dr. Wendy did. Warning sign, do not get on Bravo with a credit card. Oh, yeah. Yes, Dory. I see what you're trying to say.
Okay, I got it too. I was at first I was like, okay, I got you.
Bravo does pay well, but what Biggie say, more money, more problems. I feel like a lot of the women get on Bravo. They get these nice big paychecks all at once, and then they spend the money from their nice big paychecks all at once instead of taking their time, investing, saving. They moving and trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I think that's what does a lot of ladies in financially.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Lord, but we get to the villa. The ladies get back to the villa after a day of shopping, and I'll be damned if I go across the world and all I do is shop. Go see a site, go do an activity, but I digress. Erica has had it with Dorit. Before we could even get to the dinner, everybody's at the villa waiting on everyone to come together so they could eat together, mingle. Dorit, as always, is the last person there. Stop filming them complaining about her being late and production, because we know from the dark side of reality TV and some reality television documentaries where we've had people working on Housewives speak, like, we know that they're holding up cards. Like Cynthia Bailey had spoke on one of the episodes that we saw with her, like getting into it with Portia, where they were like holding up a card with like saying rumors and stuff that was coming out so that the women could have like conversational points. We know stuff like that happens, but with this late thing, production needs to tell Housewives, when you're on camera, this is a job, you need to be on time. You have a 5 to 7 minute grace period. If you are not here by then, you will not be filmed. If you are not filmed, then your check will lower. They need to start doing this, because it's not cute, it's not funny for Dorit to be late, and the audience doesn't care either, because she has no reason to be late. She has more than enough help with her children. I'm sure nobody's calling her from around the world. I mean, Dorit has calls from her mortgage company that she's ignoring. But outside of that, what reason does she have to be late? And if she be late to come down looking regular, she used to be late and come in a look when she was spending PK's money. Now the bitch be late coming down looking like she bought an outfit from Lululemon and H&M and is just making it work. Like, I don't understand what Dorita's doing with that. But Doris finally arrives, and then she arrives on bullshit because she decided to question Sutton about what they discussed in the car and how they feel about Sutton talking crap about Amanda and all these crazy things. And they're trying to pin Sutton to be the one who made the comment about like Googling and doing deep dives. And Sutton was actually me. This used to be one of the reasons I liked Sutton, because before she takes it there with you, she will calmly answer your question without being frazzled. She said, but I didn't say that. And she didn't throw Kathy under the bus like everybody else loved to do. I didn't say that. She said, but Dorit, I didn't say that. And then she figured out and let Dorit talk for 25 hours. And then she said again, I did not say that. And other people at the table say it was Kathy who said that. But Dorit was ignoring them and still trying to pin it on Sutton. And Sutton said, I did not say that. So I'm just looking and I'm like, what is this? So Amanda interrupts and basically explains, because they're like, yes, let her speak for herself. Bo, shut up, bitch, before I snatch that thing off your head and you find out how we really feel about you. Be quiet, Bose. But Amanda tells the lady, she's like, I just don't feel safe around the group. Because y'all tell me to do one thing, I do it, I try, and then you don't accept it. You talk about me as a problem, so I don't feel safe. As she's telling the group she doesn't feel safe, Dorita's making the most faces, showing how truly unattractive a colorless woman she is. And I'm looking and I'm just like, okay, if you don't want to be this lady friend, say you don't want to be her friend and that you just don't see it for y'all. But don't sit at the table making faces like you are grown and holier than thou when your job was on the line, bitch. It was on the line. Until Erica's husband broke the law and she got in scandal. And then after that, your husband left you because even he couldn't stand you. The audience don't like you. Andy can't stand you. Andy will let Simone yell in his ear season after season before he cut Dorit off or sighs or rolls his eyes dealing with her. So I'm looking like nobody likes you, ho. And I know that sound mean, y'all. I know I seem mean. But until someone could list the person that genuinely likes Dorit outside of Bose, and Bose don't even count because she's using her, then I'll be nicer. But Amanda makes the group aware of that. And Kyle explains that Amanda's speaking on her emotions because they try to make it seem like Amanda being emotionally regulated or too in tune and wanted to talk about them is a problem. And Kyle says this is a generation thing. Why? Because Kyle got a kid who's Amanda's age.
Yeah.
Kyle also has her kids with Mauricio. When Kyle Richards starts to make sense, someone has fucked up the church's money in more ways than we could imagine. The building fund needs to be recounted at this point. So I'm looking at Kyle and I'm like, this is actually true. I'm a millennial, but I know that with Gen Z, things they complain about, especially with work, are things that like I was just trained we got to do. When I got out of school, it was the 2008 financial crisis. James will tell y'all we didn't have a choice but to get out there and hustle and figure shit out. Right. I didn't get to say, oh, my manager treated me wrong, I could find another job. I had to hold on to the fucking one that I had. Like, It was different. Now in today's time, the newer generations and the younger generations, they do have that. I just wrote a paper on this for school too. They do have a different perspective in how they view work-life balance, handling emotions, how children are raised. That's why generations are having kids later. They're having less children, and marriages are slowly becoming more popular again. People are actually having less kids in broken households, meaning you're not married and things like that. Like, a lot is changing. I feel like Kyle is likely aware of that because of her kids and things. I feel like these other women are so rich and old that they live in their own bubbles and may not be fully aware of the fact that a lot of people actually communicate the way that Amanda does, especially clear women her age in California.
Yes.
There are lots of Amandas all up and through this piece. It's just,
and I mean,
like, I work with one. Okay.
I mean, on every corner, like a gas station. When I tell you, there's so many, and then they come in different nationalities of color too. So it's like they're all over the place. So the fact that they're sitting up there judging that girl like that, it's like, y'all know an Amanda outside of Amanda. Come on.
It doesn't make sense. I feel like they just pile on to the new girl and that's what's going on. But usually Kyle is a part of the pile on and she's not. But we get to the little bit of Amanda asking Bose about the comments finally face to face, and Bose denied it. She denied it all. She said, I did not say that. I don't remember saying that. I think she did remember saying that. Whenever someone quickly says I didn't say it instead of thinking, it means they likely said it. And they're just a person that's going to deny, deflect, and do that quickly, which Bose is probably used to from marketing meetings at Netflix. But Amanda asks Bose, she's like, well, do you think that I'm fake? Because the comments that I heard were saying I wear a mask and like it insinuated I was fake. And Bose says, then let me tell you why I said what I said. Seconds after saying she did not say that. And I'd like to point out that Amanda knew what she was doing when doing that. Yep. That is what I call a stellar education in psychology. That is what I call a stellar, because no regular person could do that. They may do it unintentionally, but Amanda was very intentional. She said, oh, she's not going to admit to me that she said it. She didn't even argue Bose once about it. She said, okay, well, do you think I'm fake? I loved it. And Bose then admits to what she said and says, let me explain why I said what I said. And I was done with Bose after she said that, because in my opinion, I don't understand how you're going to deny saying something. But then when the person asks you about what you said and said, okay, well, you were alluding that I'm fake. Do you think I'm fake? Then you say, yes, I do think you're fake, but let me explain why I made the comments that I just denied. What the fuck are you doing, Bose? What are you doing? And that's why Bose came out and apologized. She put out a video on her social media. Y'all can go to Instagram to see it. I will link it in the description of this video after the live. I'll also put a link in the comments. Bose came out and apologized and said, you guys caught me. I messed up. This is what happens when you're quick at the mouth. Oh, now this is what happens when you're quick at the mouth. But on TV, that's why I say, Andre Shannon, be careful before you say Bose was correct, baby, because she herself has come out and admitted that she was incorrect. And we watched the show. So to watch Bose make comments about Amanda and make fun of her, deny that she made those comments, try to say Amanda deflected, go as far as to research her and say that ChatGPT is saying that she's controversial. I'm not saying the things that ChatGPT are saying about Amanda are correct, but Bose was wrong as fuck. And in the moment, I think she did know what she said and just did not want to admit it. That's what it gave. That's definitely what it gave. And then Bose said that the reason she feels Amanda is fake is because she lies about her life. How do you know what she's lied about in her life? What has Amanda lied about in her life that has been showed on this show and proven to be a lie? She's told us about her kid who passed. We got receipts in the form of her pregnancy, her in the hospital holding the baby before he passed away. So we know that was true. Amanda bought Kyle's house. That's true. Amanda has money of her own because she's not married to her fiance yet. That's true. So what about Amanda's life that she has told them has she lied about? Bose said, I feel like you lie about my life because Amanda said her life is good. Honey, even if someone's life is not perfect, you do not get the right to argue and tell somebody about how they live their life.
Exactly.
Amanda never said her life is perfect. She said, my life is amazing and I'm very happy. So it's giving Bose and these women are mad at her life. Because again, just because someone, I could say to you, my life is perfect. Does that mean that you're going to bully me and just dislike me because I say my life is perfect? That's weird. You don't dislike someone just because they have a good or perfect life and talk about it. It's given misery loves company.
Right.
Given on their end. Because I'm like, why are y'all so pressed that this lady has said that her life is good? But she said her life is good. Andre's saying Amanda's life is not perfect. But let's remember, Amanda told us her life is not perfect through her cult. She told us her life is not perfect through her child dying. She told us her life was not perfect through having to escape. She told us her life is not perfect through the mug shots we see on the internet. She told us her life is not perfect through a couple of ways and things. So it's like, I feel like some people just want to have a problem with Amanda to a certain extent on the cast. And, you know, it doesn't make sense. And I see you going to stand for Bose, and that's nice. But nobody has said that Amanda's life is perfect. So the argument is very irrelevant, unfortunately.
It is. Just because her life is, just because her things are questionable does not make it a lie, does not make it false. Like, just because her the things she has, how she sold her books, how she manifested life is questionable, does not make it wrong or that it's a lie. Because in order for something to be a lie, you have to prove it's a lie. She could have sold all those books.
Bose said, you lied about your life.
Yes.
She has not lied about her life. She has never said it's perfect. She says it's happy. I'm very happy in my life and I love my life and it's definitely not perfect. But to lead with, yeah, well, my life isn't perfect, that's weird. But JP said, Bose, aren't you lying about using that using man? The man, Keely. He said, ain't you lying about Keely being with you, in my opinion? That's the thing. If Bose expects anybody to side with her just because she feels Amanda's life is not perfect, then we should dislike all of these women on the cast because none of their lives are perfect.
None of their lives are perfect. And none of them are doing things in ordinance. Everybody's trying to make it day by day. I just don't feel, once again, I get Amanda's lifestyle is questionable. I totally get that. But until I see some concrete shit that says the questions are now answered, that's when I will say, oh, this lady is a whole lot. No, we don't have any proof. She could have sold all those books legitimately.
I think because of Erica, they're scared to ask Amanda about the controversy that is all over the internet with her. Her business model, it is shady. It is.
Yes.
There's no way
Yes.
around it. But in addition to that, she's got mugshots and has been accused of stuff in the past. That's not coming up. She only wants to talk about what she wants to talk about. But they all are guilty of doing that. Instead of trying to tell someone that you don't like them and bullying someone because of how they feel about their own life, why don't y'all bitches stop being scary and just come out and ask her, how come there's all this controversy about you online? Can you address any of it? Because y'all questioned Sutton on it. If anything happened with Garcelle, they would have questioned Garcelle on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want them like, I feel like the cast is not saying what they want to say to Amanda. And that is why they are looking like some bullies right now. Because James and me have seen all sorts of crazy stuff online. I've seen mug shots from her, all sorts of stuff.
Right.
Amanda. And I was hoping that they would talk about it on this show, or thinking that maybe that would be like the thing that causes a point of contention between the ladies. But all they've said is, we don't like that you're happy in your life. And I'm like, huh? I'm so confused by it. It doesn't make sense. But they all kind of came at Amanda for a few minutes, and she sat there quietly. And then they complained about Amanda's response to them. I said, oh my God, so you mad I'm happy in my life? And you feel like that's a lie. And now you're mad at how I'm responding to you, because I believe JB commented earlier, because I'm not hooting and hollering and acting a plum fool.
Right.
Amanda said in her confessional, she's like, that's just not how she wants to react. She chooses to react differently. And that's okay. And something Bose said in the previous episode about a reaction to Amanda is, well, you can't control how people react. Bose, Dorit, Erica, Rachel, y'all can't control how Amanda reacts to you. So why are you talking to her about her responses? And you could tell Amanda's getting uncomfortable. And then Jennifer Tilly, this bitch, had the audacity to say to Amanda, well, why don't you just stop wasting your time having hurt feelings? How are you going to tell someone they're wasting their time when their feelings are hurt? You think people can control when someone hurts their feelings or not? Like, no. And I'm looking at them like, so basically you want Amanda to be quiet, not express how she feels, and move how you guys want her to move. That's pretty much what you want. Just ask her about her criminal past and the allegations that are there, because this is disgusting. It is excessive. And
Yes.
then it goes further, because Amanda then turns to Natalie, and Kyle was really defending Amanda. I was surprised. Like, Kyle was actually defending her, but I feel like Kyle went into mother mode because she has kids Amanda's age. But she did try to defend her. And this is how Natalie gets brought into the situation. And Amanda asks Natalie to confirm, as she did in the prior scene, that Bose and them were laughing at her, because they're still trying to deny it even happened. And they're trying to manipulate and gaslight it into Amanda and how she describes her life being the issue. And Natalie acted like she didn't want to confirm it again. And Kyle went the hell off. Kyle called Natalie a liar. Kyle looked at her and said, you could tell a lie, but the cameras won't lie. She said, let me tell you something, new bitch. You may think that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but the camera's going to come back and get your ass. Yep. And Bose tried to paint Amanda as like aggressive, or make it seem like people were trying to make Bose seem like she was aggressive. And I felt like she was playing with a very thin, controversial line right there, because Garcelle did this same thing and they jumped down her throat. But Bose does it and it seems to be okay. But in this case, Bose, you are the aggressor. You're doing too fucking much. Calm down, Big Black, as Shani called you. Calm down, simmer down. But how did you feel before to go further? How did you feel about what happened thus far? Because I'm thoroughly annoyed with Amanda, and then we'll get into comments right after.
This is how I feel. I feel like, one, Natalie, you could tell that you put your foot in your mouth, and instead of you standing on business and be like, yeah, Bose, I heard you say it. Like, I don't even know why you did say it. So therefore, I told the truth. Sorry, not sorry. You did say it. What the hell am I supposed to do? Because when we're all grown here, that is very immature and childish when you say, yeah, I heard it, and then you immediately deny, oh, no, that didn't happen. And it's like you're trying to kiss the ass of the popular girls. Wrong move because you're being filmed. Now you look like a liar, like Kyle said. You look like a liar because the cameras are going to show you said that you heard it, which you did say. That's why I said Natalie is weird. Not only is Natalie weird, but all the rest of you are weird because, Bose, you know you said it. Y'all trying to pick apart this lady and call her something that you know she's not at this moment until it's proven otherwise. And I feel like Erica didn't even get all of this. And Erica actually has shit.
People died.
Yes.
Based on what Erica and her husband was doing. People died and were never paid. Families are struggling to keep up with paying for medical needs and injuries that her husband was responsible to give them their settlements on and did not. She made egregious comments, said she didn't give a fuck about the victims and gave a fuck only about herself. Like, Erica has done so much worse on this show that I can't understand why
anybody in this group would be affiliated with her. Yes. It's and when crazy. Sutton tried to tell y'all asses, everybody wanted to jump down Sutton's story, which is why she was my favorite housewife at that time, because that was the only one that was calling Erica out on her shit.
Yeah.
And talking about, because Erica said she didn't know nothing, she didn't know what Tom was doing, but Sutton was like, well, wait a minute, hold on, because the $20 million was transferred into you. Wasn't that what it was?
Her attorneys looked into it, called her.
Absolutely.
Sutton was not playing with Erica, but that's how people move when you have something to lose. When you have nothing
yes.
to lose, you behave differently. Let me catch these comments. Where did I stop? Andre meant to say home. I figured that. Which one of these women here know Amanda well enough to say her life is not perfect? Exactly. If you don't know me, like, I'm a person that's very slow to get to know. My wall will be up for a solid 5-6 years before you get to know me. So you can't just be making comments about that, because some people really do keep themselves private and may not expose much. In Amanda's case is different, but they don't know her to comment.
To me, it's just like Dr. Heavily saying her marriage is perfect and how it gets under the skin of the other women. It's like, why does that get under your skin?
It's not perfect.
Yes, yeah.
Mad about it.
Right. It's like, yes.
Oh, Lord. Andre said, I understand that Rachel Zoe, Zen, not use manifest.
Maybe she need to start using it. Maybe that may help.
I don't get here's the thing.
I don't understand her either.
So to me would have made a perfect friend of. But as a full-time housewife, the expectations are higher. And so I don't think she could meet those expectations. And Rachel Zoe as a friend of, for me, would be on like a mid-season where we're just bored as hell.
I think they should have just like did a whole reboot of her show, and maybe that would have been better.
I don't think she wanted to show that much of herself. Like, she's been off of TV for a while, but she definitely, she does give someone who will never argue. Rachel Zoe gives me someone who'll just go, and how she's talking with Dorit behind people's backs.
Under her breath, yep.
She's always having a smaller congregation or like conversation with somebody that comes back and later causes problems. So she's giving something, but she just does it in like a way that I'm like, okay, can I wake up now? Hi, Vibe. Y'all subscribe to Vibe's channel. He also covers this show as well as several others and gives his takes from the AI perspective, which to me is cool. Vibe said, wait, so Dorit is upset because Amanda keeps talking about her book. Meanwhile, Dorit got a book coming out too. Not her trying to secure bestseller status before she even hits the shelves. Dorit ain't even writing her book. She got a ghostwriter.
Let me tell you, as an author myself, I shout that out too. I'm gonna be a New York Times bestseller. Every book I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not necessarily mad at her for doing that. What I am mad about is that the construct of work, like Mrs. Best said, one actually writes the book, the other one has a ghostwriter. As someone who wrote all 78,532 words of my book, yes, that is kind of a, not to get at people who have ghostwriters. There's nothing wrong with that, but just don't take the credit away from people.
I think there is. It's kind of like labels and music. Like, sometimes it makes it harder for the independent people, but
yeah, I see what you're saying.
The books that people write themselves are more interesting. I am an avid reader. The books that people write themselves are usually better than the ones where someone has ghostwritten them. It's just that way. Except the autobiography of Malcolm X. I enjoyed that. Shout out Alex Haley. Let me see. The bullying is excessive. It is. It's stupid. It's like, y'all gonna pick at Amanda, like, pick at her for something that makes sense, or call her out on her bullshit when she's like in moments like, okay, I would have been okay if Dorit would have been like, you came outside knowing it was your son's thing, and now I don't get the right to address you. Like, there are ways they could call Amanda out, but they're doing what Amanda is doing that they complain about, waiting, talking about it after, and then coming to her. So everybody's
Yeah,
just
it's
really, like,
random.
contradicting each other. It's a mess.
Yes.
Except for Kyle for a change. Odd. I still don't want Kyle on the show though. It's time. I understand that Amanda is new to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's new. I feel like she should know. I feel like at this point of any housewife franchise, even though I don't like how the ladies are treating Amanda, she should have known what to expect. We are in season 15 of this show. If I sign on to do a contract with the show to be a part of it in its 15th season, I'm going on YouTube and watching highlights. I'm rewatching and binge watching seasons. She should have been better prepared, because if she would have watched the show, she would have knew what she was getting with every one of these women, even Bose, because Bose is predictable in my opinion if we use our brain. But you know, she didn't, and so now she got to deal with this. Natalie, let's be real. You're the one who asked the question, and Bose answered the question.
Wasn't Natalie? I thought that was Dorit.
I thought it was Dorit also.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Yeah.
Natalie is a friend role. She's not the main cast member. That is true. Natalie,
She shouldn't be here at all. She's not made for it. There's certain people that's just not made for reality TV. She's one of them.
Well, she's been up under Simon for so long, she got to do something. Shetty says Sutton was the only one to ask about that $20 million LLC. Right.
Absolutely. Everybody else is scared of Erica. Let's be real. Everybody is scared of Erica because Erica talks 100 miles per hour, uses every word and pronounces it correctly, and points her finger, and it comes off very abrasive, and people get scared about that shit. We saw her with Eileen. Eileen got, even though I love Eileen, she got scared of Erica. Teddy got scared of Erica. So yeah, Erica does that, and she gets everybody up off of him. But I wouldn't give a fuck about none of that. You still did it.
Erica was raised around Black people, and I feel like she needs to go on a cast of Black women. I feel like
they would eat her ass up. Yes,
and that's why I want her to go. Because the way
where would you put her, Potomac or Atlanta?
I would put Erica on Potomac.
Oh, Candace.
No shade to Atlanta right now. They are definitely giving Love and Hip Hop, aka people will go to Zeus right now. I'm not the most excited about the season. I'm hoping it's gonna wow me, but I'm not the most excited. Last thing we see is Doris walked away from the dinner. I guess we were supposed to care that she walked off. Apparently she walked off for dramatic effect. I think everything this bitch do was fake. And she says that she was tired of Kyle defending Amanda, so she walked away. Let me tell you, even if Kyle is well within her right to defend someone, Doris will be mad.
Yep.
She'll be mad. If Erica does something and Kyle defends Erica, Dorit will hate Erica.
Yep.
If Rachel Zoe does something and Kyle defends Rachel, Dorit will hate Erica, or Dorit will hate Rachel. Dorit just don't like anybody that Kyle defends or Kyle no more. And I think Dorit feels wronged in her friendship for Kyle. I think she's a social climber, and I think that's why she was friends with Kyle, and I think that's why she's so upset. Because if I was really upset at my friendship with someone, I would be like in tears or quieter when around them, not doing what Dorit is doing. So it's got to be that. But she walks off. And I just don't understand it. I don't. But Amanda did clock the hypocrisy of Bose, basically, by acknowledging, like, so it's okay for Doris to walk away. It's okay for you guys to defend each other, but if someone defends me, it's a problem. If I move this way, it's a problem. Rachel panicked about Doris leaving the table, which I thought was odd. Rachel kept saying, okay, but where's Dorit? Somewhere in the big ass mansion that you guys are in, bitch. What do you mean, where is she? There's not many places she can go. Y'all are on your own fucking property. If she would have left, you would have heard a car or seen a car leaving. She went inside. Who cares? Dorit wants people to kiss her ass and rub her feet every single time that she gets upset about anything. This is why her husband left her, because he got tired of it. Dorit is truly draining. Dorit is draining. I cannot
She
say it
is.
enough. So the episode ends up ending with Bose, Dorit, and Rachel again talking to each other. And Bose makes a comment about Amanda and says she walked away from a cult just to build another one.
Oh my God.
That's one hell of an accusation, Bose.
Right.
But you give me somebody who read that arbitration clause in your contract, but you could be figuring out how to actually make Black women look great instead of making us look crazy like we dressing up in costume with these fucked up wigs you wearing, ho. That's what you could have done. Bose needs to focus on makeup and hair before she could say anything to anybody. She needs to pay for Keely's hair transplant. He needs Bosley or something. And she needs to also put an alert on all of her accounts and cameras all over her house if she's sharing it with Keely, because it looked like the moment that they get wed, he gonna suddenly lose his job. That's what it's given. Bose wants to comfort this girl Amanda because she's upset that her life is perfect, and she has apologized in real time today. She posted a video, we'll put the link, but she wants to comfort this lady. When Bose, the sad thing is, Bose does not have to bully and gang up on anybody to have a storyline. And I think that's why I'm disappointed in Bose. Garcelle was here. They wanted her to argue and do this. Yes, she had her mess, but she showed herself working. She showed her kids. She tried to give us stuff. Bose has stuff that she could give as well, but she seems to want to go and be messy. Bose's man is a storyline and a question mark, a red flag, a disaster, and several pauses for concern. She's got a daughter that's going to be leaving, so she's going to give empty nester. That could have been a storyline. She is in a long distance relationship. Again, that's a storyline. The IVF could have been something better. Like, there are lots of things that Bose could have done to have a story instead of bullying this little girl. There are a lot of things she could have done, and I don't like it.
I just have a question for Bose. So, what was the difference in you saying that about Amanda than Garcelle saying what she said about Dorit? What's the difference? Because what you said was very dangerous too.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the difference? I just have that question for Bose. Just saying.
I think Bose is going to use her education and experience as a way to make people feel inferior and like they're not able to come at her. They just are. That bitch ain't that bad. You put Bose in a room with a bunch of other bosses who think like she is, and I don't think that she would be able to get away or shine the way she is here. But let me get these comments that I missed. Shani said, you came downstairs mad late, and now you gonna leave early. That's Doris. She has no coup for class. None. I see why they never call her for Ultimate Girls Trip or spinoffs. Why would they? Which is strange because Doris is one of the only housewives that never gets called for nothing. Have you noticed that, James? Like, nothing.
I wouldn't call her either. My plan as production would be to figure out how the fuck to get rid of her.
They've been trying. They can't.
Right, they can't. Yeah.
Hi, Kevin Reynolds. Kevin Reynolds says, hi, you two. This episode confirms the corporate rumors about Bose. Oh, yeah. Google the corporate rumors about Bose and how she did other Black people in the industry as well. As Garcelle said, not all skin folk is kin folk. Okay?
Right.
Okay. It's giving that guy off the Boondocks who was the Uncle Tom. That's
To me, hell, I almost want 8.5 to be back on the show than to see this.
I wouldn't say that yet, but it says the episode confirms corporate rumors about Bose to be true. Natalie straight lied. It appears Rachel Zoe joined the Mean Girls Club. Bose and Poor Reet this episode. Sorry, not sorry. Rachel Zoe has been a part of the Mean Girls Club. It's the only part of her and she can't even do Mean Girl in a way that's entertaining because she got to go off in her little segregated conversations and place bugs in people's ear. I don't like Natalie, don't like Rachel, don't care for Bose, and I've never liked Dorit. So maybe we'll start calling her Poor Reet again because she owed that money. We know Dorito is draining. You see every time she's talking at the reunion, Andy's sitting there yawning. Right. He be yawning, rolling his eyes. He usually sits still. Andy be crossing his legs and switching which legs is crossed and stuff. He be like a little kid waiting to get out the car. Just excited for her to stop. I can't. Bose, that was a real FU thing to say about that lady. Bose is wrong, and she knows how that looks in business. Like, if they didn't have an arbitration clause in their contract, but someone would be suing Bose. It definitely gives that.
Mm-hmm.
Big Black, find somebody else to do your hair and makeup so that you don't have to be looking so manly. Bose is beautiful, but it is hard. I am a darker complected woman. It is hard to find people that know how to do our makeup, especially if you have strong features, high cheekbones. It is difficult. But what makes it worse is when they add all these crazy colors and put 7,800 pounds of hair into her wigs and weaves, and then have them come all the way down to her back. But Bose is beautiful, especially her body is T. She just got a little evil in her, but you know,
Just a little. Yeah.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Bose gave hater vibes this episode. Oh yeah, she's a hater. Misery loves company. Amanda got a man that want to marry her. She got the baby before the marriage and is still ovulating and fertile if she wants to be. She got a house that is nice as well. And for those who don't know, Amanda has put out receipts and proof and talked about in interviews. Bose is attacking Amanda's business model, but Bose also attempted the exact same business model and failed. So as I say, misery loves company. And as Kevin says, hater vibes. Bose's women's positivity has crumbled. It crumbled a while ago. The way that she did Garcelle showed that she's not a girl's girl. She can't even stand for her people. If you can't even stand for your people, I can't expect you to stand for anybody. Or
Absolutely.
Because
the way I would have cussed Erica out at that Watch What Happens Live over Garcelle, even though I'm not cool with Garcelle, the way she did that and did that little colloquialism, whatever she said, I don't remember what it was. Won't he do it? Yeah, the way I would have cussed Erica's ass out, trust me, they would have to cut Watch What Happens Live that whole episode because I would have read her for absolute filth. Because don't you dare.
I just think some African American people have the thought process of Bose. A lot of them do. Like, okay, I've made it. I'm going to behave this way. But I feel like Bose is comfortable being the only Black person in spaces, especially how she grew up. I also feel like she is comfortable downing and degrading us or saying not positive things about us as a people and abandoning us as a whole when needed. And those are the people I just don't trust. Because again, I will always say this. My dad taught me that if you abandon your own people, you do anybody dirty.
Right.
It says a lot. Hi, Rose City. Happy Saturday. I am disappointed in the I want to have a baby storyline for Bose. Not only is it boring, but I'm tired of these storylines. Who did this? Quad and King did this on Married to Medicine, which is covered on James's channel. If you're not married, I don't want to see you spending millions and thousands of dollars on IVF and trying to have a baby, especially with the nigga asking if you're going to stick beside him if he loses his job, who needs a hair transplant. Like, I cannot. I
just feel like, to me, then he should have chose somebody. No offense to, I'm not trying to age shame, but he should have chose somebody younger and like
ain't nobody maybe don't want that man.
Maybe hell, who knows? You just never know nowadays. Sometimes some people walk in with people, you'd be like, well, damn, where the hell?
With Keely, I feel like his income is good, but not good enough to do that.
No.
Yeah. Quad wanted a baby. Married to Medicine has 2 OBGYNs. Right. She wanted a baby on a show full of OBs, went to Africa.
Well, that's regular routine for her to go to Africa. That's regular routine.
Yeah, but if I want a baby, I'm going to go to who has the stats in the background to get me pregnant, not somebody who I'm just seeing when I'm sitting on whatever African Zulu is available at that time. Like, Quad needs He said 8.5. Nobody wants 8.5 back. Nobody wants her back.
Bose got one more time. I might. Shit, she got
up at the tomatoes. Kevin be wanting the boo-boo tomato. Who does that? Isaiah J. Shout out to him, his channel. Lord. Shetty said, let me find out next season he do lose his job and income because he has manifested it by talking about it. That'd be funny if Amanda was like, you manifested your loss of money. I would love it.
Amanda, you better do that next season. You better do it next season. Do it next season. I don't care. If you come back next season and Bose.
Angel Massey from Potomac, and it's pissing me off. Stop standing up for yourselves after the season and interviews and do that shit on camera. That's why the fuck we pay these cable bills and streaming apps to watch y'all. Lord.
Because now we're not going to get the chance for Angel to redeem herself. I'm so upset about that.
Sure. All right. Oh, yeah.
She's not coming back. So, damn.
I knew she messed up when she did throw production under the bus a lot in a lot of interviews. And I think that's
No, she did. Yeah. Yeah, that I agree. That is where she messed up. But I'm like, damn, I just wanted someone. They better pick somebody else that's, about it. If I got to deal with Jazzy again, y'all got to pick somebody that's gonna have to really be about it next season. I'm just
I
saying.
think they need to erase Karen and Giselle and replace them with someone worth it. They are taking up a lot of the budget and the space for somebody new that could refresh and save Potomac, because I think Potomac has a shot of being saved. I don't think it.
Oh yeah, with Stacy especially. I'll throw Tia in there. Tia didn't get on my nerves as much as some of the rest of them did.
Without Giselle in them, Tia could be okay, but I do worry about her being a follower. Kevin said, "Oh Lord, not Angel Massey. Honestly, glad Angel is not coming back. Good riddance." Yeah, here's the thing. I try to give people like a 1-season pass, because I couldn't imagine being on TV. I'd probably come off all sorts of awkward and crazy if I did television my first season. But I'm not going to say I'll miss her. She was tiring. I wish Jerry would say he finna chin check me. I would have walked up on him like, "What you doing?"
Right.
And she just kind of let that go. So I'm like,
she did. Like I said, hell, even the ones that don't fight. See, at least Stacy did a toodle do.
Toodle, bitch. The way that I hollered when Stacy did that, I am looking forward. I need to invite somebody real ignorant over so I could be like, "Toodle, bitch."
Make sure I'm there when that happens, because I'm a holler.
I'm good to put people out. My husband used to have some little ratchet, ignorant friends back in the day. I used to be y'all can go home. And they'd be laughing. Get out. Leave. You don't want to sip of the drink. You don't want to get the fuck out. It's time to go home. He had a friend named Gage who was like, "Damn, you worse than Martin." I said, I have a soft spot for him, though. I do. Shout out to him.
Oh,
Lord. But that was really it, y'all, with not F Another Chance. Oh Lord. We love Kevin Reynolds. We do
love Kevin Reynolds. Yes.
Y'all, that is it though for this live. Beverly Hills, I was going to drop this show. James will tell y'all, because I was dying of boredom. I felt like I was wasting his time, wasting y'all's time. But the show is picking up. I don't like what's happening, but at least it's providing entertainment. We will be, I think they filmed the reunion too, so I'm assuming we're nearing the end of the season. We will cover the reunion. I do not do reunion looks on my channel. So whenever they put out the looks for the reunion, James does cover that on the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. So I encourage everybody to tap in. I'll always share the live. There's also a collab playlist with his channel. We have new shows coming to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel though. Beauty in Black, I will get a review. I'm going to be watching and recording my review for that. That will be my first scripted show in a while. I'm going to do my very best. I hope that you guys tune in. We're also going to be having a Price is Right documentary review. I'm like, The Price is Right? What happened with Bob Barker? I got a lot to catch up on.
You sure do.
I sure do. I haven't watched it.
I've known 3 people who have gone on that show and has told me so much, and I was like, "Oh, really? Wow, yeah." So I haven't watched it.
I used to watch it when I was younger, like in the 3rd grade after school, but I've never, like, as an adult or teenager, cared for it. So I was ignorant. I was watching Maury, Jerry Springer, The Real World. I didn't I didn't watch The Price is Right. I liked Family Feud with the old little white guy before Steve Harvey.
Oh yes. But
I will be doing a review on that, and I appreciate everybody who watches my documentary reviews. My Dr. Phil one is almost at 1,000. The Tyra one did well, so I appreciate you guys. We'll get that out to you. Other than that, 90 Day will be next week, and the Watch Your Best Friends channel will also be getting stuff out. And James has a live tomorrow. Tell them.
I sure do. I have Love and Marriage Huntsville, so we'll be talking about that. I'll put a poll up on my channel. If y'all really want me to talk about the Amanda Francis interview with Carlos King, I'll do like a short, quick little live and see what it is. But that's only if y'all want me to do it. If I don't get anybody responding, I'm not going to do it because I don't think it'll be that interesting. But here's what I'll do. I'll probably loop it in with the reunion looks. That's probably what I'll do, just to make it easy.
Yeah, I watched that whole interview. Like, it was cool, but she could only say so much with the season being on television. They're not like the Salt Lake City and other shows where they just gonna get on there and talk too much. And I am surprised The Price is Right is still on TV.
Yeah, it's still on TV.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
My God.
But they be doing the winners wrong though, y'all. They do.
Do they? Well, I'm curious, y'all. Tap into the documentary review. Feel free to also comment or DM me, letting me know if you want me to do it live or if you want it to be a review. But we'll have that. James has Love and Marriage Huntsville. We gonna go over it. He's also gonna eventually put a ring on it. But yeah, and then he has Housewives of Atlanta coming back. We have a lot coming back. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. There are a lot of people in this live. I hope y'all all have a really good Saturday. The weather is nice here in California. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but go outside, see some sun. If it's cold, snuggle up, Netflix, and chill in whatever way you want to chill. And I will leave it there. Keep the conversation going in the comments. Thank you, James, and we'll see y'all next time. Adios.
Bye.